you Yes, time for more programming nonsense. I do have GitHub open, but the GitHub will be killed. And today, I think we were somewhere I think we began last time with the droppable items. My hair is being detected as fingers. That is not good. Yes, this should be better. Yeah, so today we are gonna figure out how to do the gem item as a droppable. That means that we are gonna need some programming tools. Nordish sound. Yes. Okay. Last time, what we were doing.
It's me, Mario!
Okay. So last time, what we were doing is created collectible, trying to add one template health item. So we tried to start with the health item and template item. Because the way that we wanted to do them is like we have, I suppose 5 items in a list already predefined with their sprites and their physics, I suppose. So what needs to happen is like they get spawned at the location that the enemy kills in, and yes. And we made like basic sprites too, I guess? Yeah, we were taking it from here. Collectible. Item templates. Oh yeah, we were supposed to reuse a template. Yeah, so there's like multiple collectible templates and we can like just reassign them on the fly, I guess. That's actually interesting. I don't remember exactly what we were trying to do here. But this is a health type item, I think. Yeah. So let's add... collectible. Let's use the same sprites. Because these are all test ones. Item type health. Gem. Ammo, health, life. Story item trigger, undefined weapon unlock. Oh, the gems we didn't add the gems because the gems are already so abundant. We might add them later, but ammo. Let's make an ammo type as well then. Sprites hard. New sprite 2D. Tag. Collectible. Create dynamic. When we use it, we set it as dynamic. Where is this used in? Player, enemy, bullet. Player, enemy. Oh, in demo game, the new one, the bullets are not dynamic. They're just like... Ew. Okay, well... Do the bullets have a special type? Is colliding? Destroy self. Bullets are added to the list of sprites for everything, but that the world has. But I don't think the bullets are being used. The bullets use the dynamic one. Yeah. Destroy static. Yeah, sprites are being registered in multiple places, but create dynamic sets. So what we need to do is set it as create dynamic, but it has no controls, basically. So whenever an enemy dies, it drops a thing at its location. Let's try this. I think we can already like see something. So let's go find enemy. Render objects. Does enemy have a loot thing? Okay, let's make the jumping, the walking enemies drop something. So whenever it is colliding with a bullet, we drop an item. Enemies. Where is this used? We need... on update. It is very hot today. Hello. Weapon selecting. Shooting. No, we want to see animate enemies v version 2 system. Set them over. No. Shooting again. No, this is just making the bullets. We need to see where it touches the enemy. Object collisions. No. Enemies bizarre encounter with bullet. Yes, this sounds like the correct thing. If enemy strikes... this bullet cleanup. What? For each bullet sprite to the bullet sprite. If hit block null for each bullet in bullet. No. This was better. Enemies bizarre encounter with bullets. Set hardcore. We play enemy ow. Destroy self. Destroy static enemy. And but first let's spawn an item and make it dynamic. What is the list? Collectible. Or is it collectibles? what we want to do is go to line 747 later. But where are the collectibles? Hello! How are we doing? I am programming today. Collectible is used here. Item templates. So we need to use it from item templates. Item templates. That. Yes, I noticed. Why did you change your name backwards? It's interesting. Item templates. Can I address it like a... An accident? How is that an accident? You purposely changed your name backwards by accident. That's a little odd. Okay, do tell. Item templates contains fix your name. Was there anything wrong with your name? Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. I guess now you are for 2 months Retuxogel D3. Yes. I need to know how I can use this template of item from item templates. I don't know how. Can I just go to it, figure it out? Yes, because it is empty. We maybe need to initiate it here. Item templates, add, new collectible, collectible. The tag is needed for collision check. Oh, okay. Well, I guess you can try fixing it again in 2 months. But for now, you are, as I say. No, thank you. Can I have a mod view here? Yes. No. Actually, why am I not doing it over here? Give me 1 second, I am... swordless. Hello, Pancake. They are using like other characters that look like normal characters in the Unicode character set, and that is to avoid word detection based on what the specific characters are. Can I mod you? Yes, I can. Goodbye. Okay. Time. Okay, so we add the item templates here, but we need some way of knowing what type of template it is. Because these variables do not have names. They are just things in a list. I guess the number 0 is health and number 1 is ammo. So let's make a small random. And address it like an array. Item templates. 1. Create dynamic dot sprite. Create dynamic. One position. Sprite. Where is position? Set location. And we want to set the same location that the enemy died in, and we can get that from the enemy object itself. Enemy object. Get location. We don't have get location. Okay. But we do have last Y position and last X position though. Can we get something from the constructor? Or does the enemy object sprite have a location? Position. It does. Vector 2. This is vector 2. Does it have anything else except position? Scale. Sprite. Okay, let's go to the enemy constructor. Because I want to see what's inside here. Sprite. And the location. Konishima. Genki desu ka? Hai! Genki arimasu. Yes, yes you do. And it is written like this. I don't get to teach someone in Japanese. You wrote that using katakana, by the way. Wait, what? Ko? Ni? But it is in katakana. Shi, which is in hiragana. And then ma. Okay. Ko, ni. Okay, wait. No. Yes, no, that. Fuck. Okay, I can't type. I'm dumb as fuck. Anyway, today we're trying to make droppable items so that when you kill an enemy, it drops like an item that falls to the ground. Also, konnichiwa is morning, so I guess it is morning for you, but for me it is hiru, I think. Okay, so we want to set the player position, but the vector 2 formats are entirely different. I don't know why it... There's... Sprite has position, enemy has a sprite. Enemy sprite does not have the same type of vector 2. Yes, I have two different vector 2s here, which is confusing already, because it's using a box 2D vector 2, not my vector 2. Somehow I need to get that into my vector 2. Enemy. Konnichiwa. The word is with wa. But if you do like wadashi wa, then the other wa is ha. Because this is one word, not two. I can't tell right now either, because I'm kinda dumb as well. I'm still on the first book. Also, you notice there's Japanese. Right. We had a casting problem somewhere. And the casting problem comes from the fact that we are using two different vector 2s. But here... why do we not have a casting operation actually? Thank you for reading the title. Anyway, let's go to the error. Identifier expected. Sprite 2D should have vector 2 position. Yes, it does. But this is my vector. I'm expecting my vector. For some reason, there's a constructor here that uses the box 2D vector. And it is having trouble. Position. Yeah, cannot convert from vector 2 to box 2D vector 2. Sprite set location. Because I'm missing something. Yeah, Hangul is actually really identifiable. And then Thai has like weird Indian typo letters. The only thing that that sometimes trips me up is that when there's like Japanese that I don't understand, it's typically Chinese because they have more weird characters. Okay, so the item does not have a sprite then. It does. Sprite 2D. It has sprite. Does item template have a sprite though? Collectible. It has a sprite 2D sprite. And sprite 2D sprite has this vector position. So item.sprite.position should work. Why is it not? Wrench? What is wrench? Wrench. Actually, maybe we can just do a little hacky-sacky. New vector 2. I am in the wrong keyboard. X Y Wrench. It's okay. Mine is starting to become a little tired as well. With the collection in it, because it's not in enumerable. What does it accept then? X and Y. I am giving it X and Y. But is it a float though? New vector to you know what, let's just do it like this. Position new vector 2 and give it X and Y. Basically what I'm trying to do. Why are you in error? Can it use with the comma? It does not like a comma. Okay. So position X equals enemy object X. Yeah, I think this should be fine. On mobile. Oh yeah, I fat fingered a few words in on mobile myself. You could get like a new keyboard, like. Yes, if you're homeless, buy a house. That's the perfect advice. No, if your laptop keyboard is not functioning properly, you could get like a cheapo USB keyboard to like supplant it. So we then instead give it the vector position. I do not know why why box2d wants the vector to be this rigid. This rigidly written, but okay, if it works, it works. And then we create it as a dynamic. We can also remove dynamic, I think. But for that we probably need a class method. Destroy static, create dynamic. Oh, what happened? Oh wait, I think you told me. You had like a thing where I forgot, but I remember you talking about your situation and the imminent doom. Right, create dynamic. Can we take the dynamicity away? Create static. So static has a body definition, and this one has to. Oh, so this is why it needs a vector too. But what about the sprite? Why is it the sprite not definable? Why not just bury her then? If typically people that don't understand others' difficulty are the people that don't really like each other. So I'm guessing that there's something there. And when she's like, I command you. Shape dev status box. Can we ruin the dynamic? Body. Create body. Because this has to be created as static. Because when it is collected, we want it to disappear, but not really. Well, let's see if something drops. Refusal to communicate means you're not under no obligation to do it either. Uh-oh. Object reference not set location. What do you mean? There is a location. There's a position. Set location. Body. Set form. There is no body. Because we're setting the position before we make it the dynamic. And in order for us to set the position, it has to be dynamic. Well, the body probably appeared, but the sprite didn't. Set location. Teleport object on the x-axis. Set location. It only sets the x position, not the y. So set location is not what we need. We don't have a method for this actually. Okay, let's quickly do that then. Set axes. Body does not contain a definition for set y form. What does body have then? It doesn't. So we need to somehow... Oh, do we have to create it? I wanted to like have the objects in the memory and just teleport them to where they're needed and repurpose them for whatever they're needed currently without having to modify the collection like the bullets do. But I guess we're gonna have to do that instead then. So whenever enemy gets hit, it doesn't summon the object, it makes a new one and makes it dynamic. Let's try with the health item. No, the ammo one is more important. So let's go back. So this is absolutely useless. Add new collectibles, right for TPD. Can we... Item type ammo. How is the rendering done? How is it done in the rendering? Render layer, render objects. Yeah, they're just all put in the one list, like. We make the object, we add to the list. New item. Although this does the same thing. is the render objects also making it dynamic? Player create dynamic. Yes. Yes. So we still need to do it the old way. So collectible. Loot is new collectible. Yeah, this collectible. And let's just use the item templates for this purpose. Item templates, add collectible. No, not this collectible. Loot. We want loot. What are you gonna do about your grandma then? Because they don't seem to want to understand. And often old people don't want to understand. So we loot, sprite, create dynamic. Does this work? No. Why? Oh, that was the jumping enemy. No, it's not doing. Okay. Non-icon PNG. Oh, it's putting it in here. We need to put it in enemy position. So we still need the enemy. Enemy object. Position. Last X position. And enemy object last Y position. Does this work? No, why? Oh, wait, what? It spawned a singular black dot. 16. Does this work? Yeah. I'm sorry. Oh! It has spawned. Well, we got something to appear. But it is appearing where the enemy was originally spawned. Yeah. So we got something to appear. You shouldn't get over it, because if you keep letting things happen, eventually the thing that you don't want to happen will happen. So you need to take a little control. Either in trying to steer course or doing something completely unexpected. Even if you don't know what, just do something, anything. As long as it doesn't hurt you or anybody else. In fact, it's actually better if the thing that you do helps you. So I know I get that you're trying to like look for a new place and all, but try and okay, this is actually quite hard. Try and take some control By how? Okay. So you do not presently have a job of any kind. Am I right? Hello. So why is university not important to your grandmother? Is she like an actual boomer or something? Can we have its current location? Can we get the position from the sprite instead? Sprite 2D. Position X. Yes, we can. That's legit boomer territory. 85 is the current age of like even early boomers. So yes, she's actually insane. Because think about it, the 60s were like 80 years ago, almost exactly. So at the very least, yeah, she's a boomer. She will never understand, sadly. So my suggestion is, if you do go to university, I recommend getting a campus job. Something that you can work on the campus itself. That way your job is not too far. Even if it doesn't pay much, it's a job. It will help. Either that or a position near the university or your dormitory or whatever. Because if you are like underprivileged, you should, at least that's something that would happen in Europe, I imagine. You should be able to like apply for like a scholarship of some kind, maybe, and then use that to temporarily hold yourself away from grandmother, because yeah, that she already ticks all the boomer boxes just by age alone, and her like in understandment. But yeah, sometimes generally people are just too old to actually understand. And being close to 100 definitely would do that. Hey, there we go. Now it spawns where the enemies. Oh. Well, we got the objects to appear, but they do not do anything. They just float, actually. Can we... Does create dynamic even make them gravity applicable? Yeah, there's no solution to this. That's my problem. So the only thing you can do is distance. But how you achieve it is the problem you're currently facing. So which of my create static, create dynamic? Friction, restitution, status box, body create shape, set mass. We have no mass. Set location velocity, update position, update sprite world data. Scale. Position is reference, is hot object, is colliding, has body. What are we looking for? Set mass from shapes. With that, I think that's just... Hello, shark. How are you doing, shark? With that, I think it's just tiredness. She's 85 and you're probably like the third generation. Yeah, you are the third generation with her included. To actually have to like poke at the lack of a better word. So she's essentially just checked out, I guess. So how do we make it fall? What does Box 2D have that we can use? So a dynamic object. What does the enemy do actually? Because the enemy also is subdued to gravity, under gravity. Render object. Create dynamic. No, that's player. Enemy v2. Create dynamic. It's the same method. Are we updating its position every frame? No. So we need to do that as well. But hello shark, how are you doing? Set hard, no, animate enemies was the method name, I think. Enemies v2, that's what we want. Right, how is this used? Has body. Animate this v2 enemy. What does this do? No, this is my own animation system. This does not control gravity. Okay. What is going on on update? Set current weapon. Set Hadama bar. Bullets, add new bullet. Okay, I need music. The music has overed. Ooh, Turkey Tom has a new video on Oliver Tree. Sounds important. Let's... Okay, I don't know. I need some sort of music. Frutiger.
If you grew up in the 2000s...
No, this... I need... Exotic library. Yes, please. You might also talk to her about it. Like, not like the uni stuff, the home stuff, the university stuff, but just like the dinner is ready stuff. I know that might be bad, but you could see what she says. What's the reason? And try to start working from that point of the reason. But anyway, I am running out of brain. Because the sprite is being added into the world. Wait, what constructor is this for the sprite? Constructor for an animated sprite 2D, taking in position and scale vectors as well as bitmap function and attaching. It is used to render player object only onto the screen. The bitmap passed into it is animated in the main game loop using bitmap blah blah blah. So it is using this constructor. Do we have another constructor that applies a gravity? No. Destroy static, while destroy body, sprite body. Create static. Static is ground. Dynamic is everything else. Polygon shape depth. Shape depth status box. It is very dense. It has no restitution. What is a restitution? Box 2D restitution, please. Burning brain cells now, but yeah, it's clear. Yes, I am burning brain cells, and by the end of the day, I will be in the negatives once more. Oh! I am not showing the programming window right now, but do you know my GitHub by any chance? I released sort of a wipe coded project, and if you want, I can show it to you. It here. I did it so I would have like tools once university starts to actually have something assist with content creation. I am working on a different tool right now as well, but that one is far from being done. So I've actually not had too much time to work on the game. No, it's literally in the chat. Just go to the pinned message. I don't really care if it is whispered or not. Box to the restitution. Imagine if you could like drag browser windows between browsers, so you could like put one tab directly from one browser to another. Ah, I am sorry. But there is a nice readme that explains what the program does. You can just scroll and look at picture. But okay, if you don't want to, you don't have to. What does restitution do? Restitution is used to make objects bounce. Restitution value is usually set between 0 and 1. Consider dropping a book on a table. A value of 0 does what? Eh? A value of 0 turns off friction and a value of... No. A value of 0 means the ball won't bounce. This is called inelastic collision. A value of 1 means the ball's velocity will be exactly reflected. So the fact that we are setting restitution to 0 is intentional for everything else, but unintentional for the items. Less don't want more, can't really at the moment. It's okay. You don't need to worry about that. Anyway, because our restitution is set to 0, it will never move. So we need a new create dynamic method that also adds restitution. Used for player only currently, but it's being used for literally everything else. So we need a create droppable. Create loot. And restitution for this is 1. So instead of creating a dynamic, we are create droppable. Let's see if this worked. No. Why? Okay. Restitution did not do it. Density. How does density work again? Density. Shapes have collision geometry and density. Normal bodies acquire their mass properties from the shapes. However, you can override the mass properties after a body is constructed. Let's try adding more mass. Or make it denser, I guess. No, it is not moving. Okay. Set the box density to be non-zero, so it will be dynamic if this type density. Friction. Create body. Can we highlight this? Catch exception. Could not create a body for this shape. Okay, let's see what the console outputs to us. The console outputted collectible is being made dynamic. And that's it. Okay. Body. Shape definition. Friction restitution. Body mass. Maybe we can just set mass from shapes. But what does set mass from shapes do? That was too complicated for me. Set user data. User. Good to know. But I don't think it. Can we override the mass body? Get inertia, get local, get ease dynamic. Put to sleep. Set bullet, set linear, set mass, set mass. Let's try this. What does this need? Mass data. What is a mass data? Float mass, center, float I. Inertia. Can we just get away with having it be super heavy? Mass data, new mass data. What is it requiring? Oh. Oh, don't tell me. Okay. So the player is being... Okay, so currently, aside from restitution, it is exactly the same as the player creates dynamic. The player is subjugated to gravity. This object is not. Why? Can we have no friction? No. Collectible has been made dynamic, is being made dynamic. So it works, it is getting a dynamic thing going. But the enemies are also using this one. The great dynamic one. And yet it is working fine. Because the enemies aren't being told to land. The enemies are being just told to walk forward, which is what they do. No. Yes. I need box to the documentation. Wait. The player has a specific thing where I set the sprite position to be the player's own position. I think. Create droppable. Apply impulse, add force, set velocity, get velocity, set X form, update position. Where is this being used? Player update position, enemy object update position, but not the loot. The loot sprite is not being updated position, so it is making the collision box, but it is invisible because the sprite does not come with it, I think. Okay. Can I skip this? This one is depressing. Okay, so the positions are being updated, I think. Enemies right to the update position. I think that's what's missing. We are updating the position of everything except the collectibles. So in our update, we need to on update, we need to update all of the collectibles as well. So these are object collisions, but I would like to update the position before. Update fallen objects. For each. No, not bullet, but in what is the array? 747. Item templates. Item templates. Collectible. Update position. Sprite update position. Does this work? Hello, game. Continue. What was the error? Oh, we need to check if it is not null. There was nothing on screen for it to do. If item templates is not null, only then we update. Object reference not set to an instance of object. Oh, that's right, we add some things into it on load. And then we can't. We really can't. So we need to scrub a dub dub. No. Does this work now? Yes. But does the item fall? It's doing something. Boing, 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 boing. Well, it's like jelly. So we need to set the restitution 0 anyway, and that's all it was missing, so we can just do update. No, create dynamic. Where was it? Again, what is with this sad fruity Geraro mix? Upbeat. There we go. But yeah, I hope you get a home soon. Like, one that's actually yours. Item templates. Maybe we just rename this as droppables. Or dropped items. And where is it used? Update position, but where is it created? Somewhere here. Create dynamic. You've done it once. Okay. That sounds like you have it handled. Up! It fell! But the box is off. The box is create item. I have faith that you can do it again. So let's use create item and find out why the body is being set wrong. Because the sprite is 16 by 16, but does this have to be 0? Maybe. No. This is still like the sprite size. So the body set as box 1.f. How do we Yeah, it makes the vertices 1 point float. And 1 point is roughly 32 by 0.5? Or is it logarithmic? I hope it's 0.5. Yes. It is actually also not feature complete yet. Am I? I'm still using the wrong one. Create item has yeah. Okay. Set this box. Why is it stopping there? In the sprite, are we defining a scale? Because the sprite is 16 by 16, not 32 by 32. Zero. Actually, we could have like little. So it bounces slightly before coming to a rest. Hello, game? Yeah, we don't wanna move it. So we need to make it restitution 0. Shape definition. Polygon definition. Set as box. Set as box takes in floats. But we are doing float 1. Position center. Default text vertex count type plus. Yeah, I really just wanted the thing that does the thing. The only thing is that you need your own Google API key for it to actually work. So I don't get the key, I don't get your data. The internet is dying more and more every day. And ironically, this tool will help it die. Because it allows you to schedule all sorts of stuff to be put on YouTube. I also have currently in works. Actually, I think I can even show you this. Save all. And I'm gonna swap the project for a second. And I'm open recent. Open. No, recent. I haven't gotten to the code part yet, but I'm trying out Windows Presentation Foundation as well. And this is for social media automation. So it automates, it sometimes takes input from Twitch as well, but it automates making posts just like YTA automates YouTube videos. Yeah, bring your own key. Yeah. Although this is gonna be a little bit more in depth, so I want to get this done before the end of summer, because ideally if I'm gonna be going to university, working at the same time, streaming, and then trying to do content, and then new home business for me as well, so it's gonna be a lot, so I need some more tools. Preferably free ones, and if I make them myself, they are indeed free. This is I've already really gotten to the UI interface part with this, because this needs more planning out. The YouTube one, I was just like, chuck the things in the form, and that's it. But I need the user interface for this before anything else. There are some program setting things as well. Yeah. So basically that's what I'm making in the background. But I'm not streaming the development of this because when I'm on a stream, I also like talk and debate with myself and talk with like viewers sometimes. But when I'm alone, absolutely alone, like I can like lock harder in. Oh, the planet thing that you see on the waiting screen. I basically wrote it because the existing ones were lame. Also, having like a timer ticking down is like, if you like have a sudden emergency, it's like you can't really reset the timer. But I wanted like that. Yeah. So enough about this, let's go back to the video game. This repo also exists already, but there's not much in it. Right, we got the thing to fall, but it falls onto its block, which is too big, put it lightly. Maybe the sprite has vector position, scale, bitmap, string tag. Scale is for the display scale. Position, bitmap, string tag. Maybe we need to use a different constructor that gives it like a different way of doing it. Because puzzle. Oh, that sounds like it was actually useful. Maybe you could try writing something like that as a get my mind off things type of thing, you know, how people like get into like heavy cleaning mode when they want to work something through in their mind. Maybe that can actually help. Build it again. State function. Can we enable the visualizer for this body? If it exists. So let's go to create item. Oh, what have you've been drawing? Or painting? Body? What do we have here? Allow sleeping, apply force. Create shape, destroy shape, dispose. Get joint list, get linear list, get local set, get mass, get next, get position, get shape list, get type, get user data, get world. Is bullet is then not yeah. To string. What is to string output? Get type. What does get type output? Okay. Body. Shape. Dev. Polygon dev. Box 2D collision polygon dev. I think we may have... I don't remember how this is actually done. Because I remember fiddling around with these numbers like at the very beginning to like get the collision box roughly the same as the sprite. But I've been actually needing to... Oh, okay. What have you been studying? I've been meaning to do like the collision system a bit differently and remove reliancy on box 2D entirely, but I can't do that just like today this evening. What I need to do currently is find out how to properly set the size of the polygon. Yeah, because I know you can set the scale, but you can't really set the size. Because Box 2D does not operate on raster pixels. It operates on vectors and vertices. Yes, like what have you been specifically studying? Like drawing faces, arms, hands, what? Create item. Body def position. Body def. What does user data have? Nothing. Object user data. User data null. It literally has nothing. It can... Oh, this can maybe store various things. Linear allow sleeping. Okay, so the body definition takes whatever the thing is from this position X, this position Y, and it creates it as a size of 1.0 according to what? Do we have to specify that on the sprite itself? So we have to need like a different constructor. Yeah, because maybe because it shouldn't be needing this complex of a constructor. Oh, okay. So you're basically just drawing fruit. But I hope you will succeed. Scale. Create static has 22 float. Are we just missing like a lot of numbers? So create item 22. Does this actually work? No, but it did do something. Create item. But why is the player colliding with it? Oh, friction too. What is this wall? It's like starting from the center. Okay, so I don't have like a visualizer for the box of the object, but I think what's happening is essentially this. It is paint time. So we have the world and we have the green item. What I think is happening is the box is happening at like this type of thing. It's misaligned completely. And that's weird. Because we also don't want it to be like we also don't want it to be like collidable with the player. But let's solve this problem first. Minus 10. 10. Oh. It can't accept a negative value, I think. Nope, nope. Okay, let's try this. I'm just throwing shit at the wall right now. Oh no. Eight? And 8? Mm-mm. 0 and 16 maybe. No. It doesn't like 0. It doesn't like different scales. 16. I mean, this is weird. I think it is misaligned by 1 block, and 0 and 0 is not applicable. But when it is 1 and 1, can we have point scales? Point 1. Not really. Because this still lands at 16 pixels too high. But why though? Fruit head box. Yeah, the problem is with Box2D, it is designed to use meters, not pixels. And so the way that my engine has worked from the very beginning is that Box2D is kind of fudged about until it kind of works. So I think for now we get the item dropping, we get the item falling. We should just make focus on not making it fall perfectly, but making it collectible, because that's doable. This does annoy me that it remains floating, but I think I want to collect the item first before I fix with the collisions, because the problem is I started this project in 2023, not really knowing what the fuck I was doing. But that was originally the idea, because I originally did intend to use like 1 pixel a meter. Although at the very beginning I planned to write my own collision engine, I just didn't have time for it because this was my graduation project as well. But I think I've pushed the collision system rework too far ahead anyway. And after I am able to, let's say, make the item collectible, I'm probably gonna have to rewrite the game for a third time. The game has already undergone one rewrite prior to this streaming campaign. It is reflected on my itch.io, and the demo game RF is the rewritten version. It even still has the old version still in here, with like all of the level arrays and stuff. But if we're gonna rework the collision system entirely, or try to make Box2D work better, it stands to reason that we could. It is well. I don't wanna rewrite an entire physics engine. I wanted to do just platformery stuff, and I want it to be like a drop-in replacement, because most of the other structure already relies on it having Box2D anyway. But that's gonna be a big challenge. If I am able to get my tool, the social media management tool, up and running, I might as well be able to do this on the summer as well. But after that, the game will have to take a backseat quite heavily. So for now, I think I want my music back. And I don't want to rewrite the engine right now, so we can just start with detecting at the collision level. Object collisions. So coin is technically a level tile. It does not belong to the world. It does not have a body of any kind. It just floats. It's a sprite in the world. Yeah, but even though it Box2D registers it, and that's okay. That's part of the learning process of like being a software developer. You learn to make things better next time, and that's entirely fine with me, because this is my first game and I want it to be at least decent. But what I have now is not passable by my standards, because it doesn't have many of the features that I wish it had. We haven't even gotten to the cutscene part yet. The cutscene engine is entirely unwritten. Well, not really, because once I get the engine to where I want it, I can reuse it for other games. At which point it just becomes maintenance maybe adding new features if the game needs it, but it will then become more like storytelling. Because I will have the engine or the tool already. So everything that we do on this engine will be carried over to any other game that I decide to make in the future with this on this engine as well. So I guess it's get it right, but maybe not on the first go. Third go seems to be the perfect spot. But about collecting, the collecting will be a little different for this because this is a physics object. Yeah, this is a physics object. It falls, and the collision is detected on box 2D level. But the collision for coins is detected by my own collision detector, because I initially started out with just having it to detect objects. If coin is not null, player is colliding coin. Yeah, in Sprite 2D, we have a colliding method. And this is basically already an AABB collision. So technically we have already written that, but I wasn't able to make gravity work. Gravity and detecting when the player or enemy or thing should not fall through is quite difficult. Cause do I actually can I show this to you? Because I technically have all the development history for this in my GitHub. Because I wanna show you what my own collision system looked like. Because I did try that. Actually, you need to do both. Because if you had everything the way you wanted to, you would make all of your tools from scratch, you would make all of your programming languages from scratch, you would make all of your hardware from scratch, you would make your hardware tooling from scratch, you would make the place where you source the resources for your hardware from scratch. You can go on and on like this. And that's not productive whatsoever. So when I started this project, I just decided, fine, Box2D works good enough, let's go with that for now. For the purpose of passing the exam, it was fine. And so it was. But the keyword here is was. I am... Yes. If you want to make a pie, you must first invent the universe. Only if you are a deity whom nothing can perceive. But as I am but a mere mortal with non-infinite time, I must settle for something. And unfortunately, I don't think we can walk around the Box2D system any much longer. Terry Davis. The name is familiar. Why have I heard that? Oh, him! Yeah, TempleOS. I guess he was able to do what he set out to do, kind of. But then he sadly died. It's interesting that like... How do I put this? Off-key individuals. He was one of the few who actually set out to do the thing he wanted to do. And it wasn't like a destructive thing either, he was just sick. Genius but sick. A sick genius. Anyway, back to this. Typically, normal tiles are detected collision like this. but we are detecting enemies somewhere, and enemies are also dynamic objects. And maybe we can do it like we do it with the enemies. Bullet collision. Checks if player is kissing an enemy. Huh? Okay then. Okay. Sprite to enemy, player is colliding enemy. Let's do it the same way. I don't understand what that meant, but I'm assuming you had fun, so good. Sprite 2D. Collecting. Player is colliding. Collectible. And based on what type of collectible it is, we can then do one thing or the other. Can we detect what is colliding with what? Or maybe we should do it the other way around. Instead of checking if player is colliding the collectible, we check if the collectible is colliding the player. That way we can check what we can do. This is too obscure. For each. For each collectible in dropped items. I'm gonna be doing some of that preparing calculus stuffs, so I hope I do not fry. For each war collectible in dropped items, collectible is colliding. Is hidden? No. We can still do it with the other way. Sprite 2D. Collectible equals layer is colliding. Collectible or nah is colliding. Collectible. Oh, this is not a sprite 2D. Touching. Okay. Yeah, because I don't think making an asteroids game should be like math perfect or physics perfect. The asteroid just has to go slow and maybe logarithmically slow down. I don't know. If collectible how do we know that it is touching this collectible? What does this colliding do? String tag. Maybe we need to make the tags per type of specific item, not just generic collectible. Engine core roll sprite to the B is level I. So how do we do it with the enemies? If enemy is not null and is invincible is false. Player health minus. Set hard health bar, health left items, bullet collision, and it checks for bullet. Override sprite. No, this is just checking if it is hurt, not what kind of enemy it is touching. Oh, okay. We do not have a way of... But bullets do the same thing. Why is bullet different? Object collision, no. Bullet cleanup. No, this is just bullets. Enemies bizarre encoder with bullet. 4. Enemy object. Enemy object sprite to the update position. If enemy object sprite is colliding bullet is not null. We check for its sprite. Touching where the player collectible. Do we need this method there as well? If b tag. Yes, because when it is a tile-based detection, the levels have all of their own like different. Do we really need a new tag? Okay. Okay, so we know that the player is touching something here. We don't know what. Can we do 2 items and check which one it is by making a beep? Collectible. I could hack like... Hello, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow, Loki Trickster. How are you doing? Can we hack the tag? What kind of sprite is this? We can make a hidden parameter. Public. And RNG ID. By default it is 0, but when it is created it will give us a random ID. And then we just need to check if the ID is the same. Can we, for each collectible, sprite 2D touching? If collectible.sprite sprite RNG ID is the same as touching RNG ID, then we do it. There we go. I think we've solved the problem. We need the RNG IDs to generate a unique object. So even though the constructor does not specify it, we can still use it. Even though that's not not a good way to do it, I think. Where am I making this object now? Here. Can we... Oh, we probably... Sprite needs RNG ID. RNG... No. Oh, we can assign it differently. Like this. Loot. RNG ID. Equals 2. Does this work? Collectible does not contain a loot.sprite. Oh, this works. So now we just randomly generate it here. Do we have a random in the game anywhere? And I can't imagine there be over 1,000 items, so we're just gonna generate use a random and generate for unload. Can we have an unload? Random. RNG ID generator. New random. There we go. Let's go back. RNG ID. Is it... Should be public maybe. No. Unload. Maybe it should make it on draw. Yes. No, I don't want to make it every frame on update. Neither do I want to make it on update. Fine, let's put it here. Oh, no wait. No. Here. As a class property. Can we go back to the on update part? Yes. Firing. Where am I generating it? So much code. Oh, here we go. RNG ID equals RNG ID generator dot next, and let's give it between 1 and 99999. This should be enough numbers. Okay. So here it is generating it, and here we are checking it. If it is the same, we then destroy the object. and add whatever the value of it was to player's thing. If it is the same, and then we collectible type. What is type? And we switch on it. If it... Oh! It nicely actually gave me all of them. Very good. If it is undefined, trigger ammo. So currently we only have ammo types in the game. Item type ammo. Ammo left. No. Active weapon. Ammo left. Plus equals. Collectible. Value. Yes. If it is health, we can just do the health one as well. It's literally the same. Player health plus equals collectible value. Life, player lives plus equals collectible value. It's just where to put it. Except for weapon unlocks, those actually unlock weapons. And this needs another case in it. And story item is not applicable yet because story pathing is not implemented either. So you would have like multiple different endings depending on if you got this item or if you didn't. So all of these other cases are gonna remain empty. Undefined, we'll just log that this is an undefined item. Log. Warning. Player has collected an undefined item. No action performed. Trigger should trigger level objects, like bridges being built and stuff. But right now, it is doing nothing. So everything that's doing nothing, we shift down. And it just falls, let's have it just fall through. And the last default just does case has unimplemented case. Item case. Collectible case. Yes, this looks okay. Right. After it is done its thing, it needs to be deleted. Collectible. Destroy self. Or how do the enemies do it? Destroy self unregisters the sprite. And we need to unregister collectible as well. Oh, this is just a log. Would be useful though. Remove. Okay. And I'm hoping the garbage collector does its thing. Sprite. Destroy self. How do the enemies get deleted though? Because I wanna reference that as well because it should be identical. If enemy accepts each colliding bullet, for each bullet it If bullets is connecting enemy is not null, remove this. Bullet sprite 2D tag becomes remove this. Can we do it the same with like enemy? Ow. Loot is being made. Enemy object destroy self, destroy static. And we remove the enemy. We also need to remove the collectible. Collectible object. Collectible sprite to the... No, sprite. Destroy static. Collectible sprite to the... No, 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 no. No. Collectible sprite 2D. Sprite 2D does not What is this sprite anyway? Sprite 2D sprite? Sprite 2D? No, 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 okay. Sprite itself is collectible sprite. Okay. Dropped items. And we remove the specific collectible. Element that. Also, this is done with... Oh, yeah. We need to do it with a for loop. Okay. Because for loop is required for this. I could do it with for each, but no. I not less than 10. Dropped items count. If collectible, we do not have the collectible. So we define the collectible. Dropped items. What is this? Collectible. Dropped items I. Perfect. Collectible. Dropped items remove. Collectible. Element that I. No. Venom is V2 element at I. Dropped items. Because this is an array we need to remove it from. Or does it even work like this? Remove I. Okay. It still wants to know the exact element, so okay. Fair. Whatever this is doing should be collecting us the ammo and destroying itself. Ooh. If collectible. We do this only if collectible is not null. Collectible. Touching is null. Is not. We're doing it on the wrong. Should do it like this, maybe. Try to the touching, if touching is not null. Did it work? I think it did. Okay, let's delete another minute. I think it did. But my music has stopped once again. God damn it, why are this playlist so short? Okay, I think it worked, but I think we also need to call the specific hard update here. Hard. Set hard ammo or hard left items, hard objects. Ammo left items. Does this work? Aye. Why do we press enter like it's a real game? Hello? Okay, so let's waste more ammo. Hey, there we go. We have ammo working. So now we can actually replenish weapons. Thanks. Nice. Oh. We have ammo working. Just like that. Okay. So we can like have like health items. Set hard ammo bar, ammo left item, set hard health bar. Health left items. And set hard lives. What does it want? Hard object lives. Hard. Are they actually? What? How am I storing them? Lives, just lives. Okay, so technically we have all the types of item. Trigger, weapon unlock, story item. Collectible value. What am I doing? Oh, let's go back to the place where the enemy gets the item type generated. here we can use the same random to determine if it is an ammo item, health item, or a life item. And we can even like have probabilities so that life item is like 1 out of 100. So we need to do a little bit of number magic here. Enemy object has what this item? What this item? Type to generate, type to make. New, what this item? Or we could just like, I think we need a using. Because this is technically an enum in collectible. Oh, item type. Undefined. Let's have it undefined. No, we didn't. What am I doing? We need a new random. No, an integer. Int item define item result equals RNG ID gen. Can we give it a RNG ID gen? Let's have it random, normal random. Oh, no wait, we can just do next. I'm idiot. I think my mind is already slowing down because it thinks that the task is complete. Okay, time for break. But no, we need to make the other items too and see if they randomly make. Next. Between 1 and 100. And then we check what it is. Switch. Oh no, we still need this item type. This item equals item type undefined. And we switch and redefine the type and use the type in the constructor. Item type ammo will now be this item. Yes. Switch. The item result. No, this item. No. No, we have to technically check for ranges if is better. If item result greater than greater than 0 and less than 50. Then we say it is ammo. No, let's say you can have ammo most of the time, so 74 times out of 60? 60. It's gonna be ammo. 70. This item equals item type ammo. Else if item result is greater than 70. No, 69. Haha, funny number. 69 and less than 99. No, less than 100. Then it is health, but otherwise it is a life. We leave the life the smallest gap. Yeah. Else, life. This item equals item type life. Right. We do need to set how much ammo and thing we do get, but for lives we only want 1. So after it is a life item, we will change it to 1 manually, because right now it is doing 6, which is a full health bar or half a weapon bar. We want to maybe set this after. Yeah, we can do this totally after. Why is this I here? Oh, int. So, before we do the creation, item result, and we do not address this item, we address loot item type. What this type? And if it is ammo, let's say we want the value to be 6. Loot value 6. For health, we want the value to be 2. And for life, we want the item value to be 1. This should be fine. We can also set like different sprites to them, so we know which one we are dealing with. So none icon is by default, but we can set it to new bitmap by image from file. Actually, we can just like add it into the list and just... Okay, what sprites do I have available? Test object 2 maybe. I'm just using random test sprites that I have lying around on my repository. Okay, sorry for the noises, but this should be fine. And we just set the main sprite to a different one from its own list. Loot, sprite, bitmap. Oh, it has a sprite. Equals. What is the parameter for list? Any frames. Loot, any frames. Yeah, let's have this be like the none icon, so 1. Zero. And 2. Okay. After all of that, we should have 3 different items spawning at 3 different spawn rates. I do need to make the item system also modular, like the level system is. Okay, that was ammo. Ooh. That gave us some health. More health. Okay, let's play through the entire level listings and see if we can get a life as well. That was ammo. I don't know what that was. Ammo. Ammo. Still ammo. Ammo. Yeah, we had so much ammo. That was ammo. 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 We got the health, but not as an icon, we just collected 100 gems. That's health. Ammo. That was ammo. That was health. Come on, give me a 1-up, please. We're getting all the lives from gem collecting. Aw. Technically they should be destroyed when they fall into the pit as well, but I'm not doing that right now. Neither are the enemies. More ammo. And there goes an enemy that I'm not going to be able to test. Does this level have any enemies? Ow. Ammo. Still ammo. How do I get you? Ammo. Also, that enemy has been stuck here for like years now. Okay. Maybe I need to make the lives more accessible. Okay, one level to go. If it then doesn't appear, then I'm just gonna mess with the ratios. Of course, there aren't enough enemies on that level. So, less than 100, less than 90. So this should leave more room for the life to appear. That was ammo. Okay, I'm tweaking the ratios even more. I don't want so much ammo. So ammo is 50, 49, no 50. Bigger than 49, less than 80. So it should leave 1 in 5 chance of getting a 1-up. What happened there? The second enemy did not generate an item. Oh. What was that? Okay. I am getting more health though. And I got a 1-up. That was a 1-up even though I did not see it. Because I have another 1-up here as 6 lives. So, getting a life is not standardized currently. I think I need to make a method that I can call to just make a life. That includes like making the sounds and stuff, because getting a 1-up actually has a sound attributed to it. Or yeah, if it is touching here. So we need to make a method to call for adding all of these things. What is in my resource folder actually? I don't have a specific sound effect in this folder. I need to add it. So for a second, I am gonna add it. Where is my family tracker? Do I have family tracker? Not on this scene. Anyway, I just need a sound effect. I quite like this one. Where is my sound effect folder? Here. This is the item. Drop. And I need some more, 2 more sound effects for health item and ammo item. Oh, this one. Oh no, this is for a Switch. Error. No. Are we gonna have a sound effect time? We are gonna have a sound effect time. There we go. So I don't have like good sound effects for what I want to have. So for a moment we get to have a sidetrack. So I have a number of sound effects that I've done over the years. Some of them are in the demo game, some of them are unused currently, some of them already have intended purposes but no function in the game. But I want to do like item pickup sounds for all of the types. There is an item drop sound that plays when an item is dropped, but not when it is picked up. So we need to do more sound effects. Module properties. And this is ammo pick. What could it be? No. 24. What's on 24? Empty. Perfect. Maybe we can do like a gun racking sound. Because this is a failed sword slash sound effect. Oh, this sounds promising. Or just this. No. Hmm. Can we do it faster? Maybe. Hmm. It's clunky, but the shit works. No. This? Something like this, maybe? Oh! A little loud at the end, but... I like this. Picasso. Kind of metally. But for the health, I think I want something different? Yes. Hmm. What does a health pickup sound like? Because the gun one kinda makes sense with like all the mechanical elements and stuff, but for a health pickup, what makes sense? I'm doing the Doom pickup item sound effect, am I? Yes. Damn it. Okay, not this one. Maybe like a... No, I don't want to do any more bone cracks. Oh, this is pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna settle with this and continue programming. This is good. This is good. Create wow. Okie dokie. And this one too. Yes, save. Let's go back to programming and music. Sorry for the audio break, but we have more sound effects. Yes, indeed. Up, is my microphone okay? Hello. Now I need to add. Oh, I outputted them to the folder directly. And we need to play these sounds. What does the sound engine look like anyway? No, I don't need to see this. I need to see it. Play. SFX instance play. And then we just type the name. Yes, the names of the sounds are directly from the files and are essentially hard-coded, which is not good. But hey, it is better than nothing. Because when I graduated there was no sound. So when we collect ammo, we want the ammo pick. Ammo pick. When we pick the health, we want the health pick. OneUp already has a sound effect, and that is called Gems OneUp. But we also want to play a sound effect when an item is dropped. Item type. And there is a specific sound effect for when item is dropped. Item drop. Now let's see if my name's Crash. Oh, that's a one-up. Something went wrong. Oh, we are RNGing the number before it is ever... Yes. Does this work now? No. Well, we fucked something up. I say we because I'm dragging you into this. Anyway, we have item type undefined. So it is undefined. Loot, what is this type? Item type ammo. We are setting it again. Else, item type life. Item result. Item result is the randomly generated number. No. We are giving it RNG ID. Is this because we're asking two nexts? No, shouldn't be. It is not making it here. Because I'm shooting it. And the enemy is not disappearing. It's just generating an item. So it is getting hit. Uh-oh. Can we see what it is at this point? At this point? Yes. Right. I'm gonna hide the game for a second. $58. It is health. Health. It did not play the sound. I quite don't understand what happened. It worked fine before. Yet. And it is not being made into a dynamic object either. Create item. Because the enemy is getting hit. A sprite is being made. But there is something missing. It is undefined. Maybe the 3Ds needs to be... No. I don't know what I did wrong. Item drop is not... What is it? What is the sound effect thing registering even? No. One problem at a time. It's not... It's playing the enemy ow, but it is not. Maybe we should not do this. And just set the item. No, this worked before. Because this is when the enemy object is colliding with the bullet. That's correct. It is colliding with the correct enemy even. Although, yeah, jumping enemies, they're not supposed to have this. Can we have this RNG ID int item result? Item result should go here. We're not giving it to the sprite. We're not giving it to the sprite. Item result. No, we are assigning it differently. Loot sprite RNG ID. RNG ID gen next. No, this is what the item it is. Can we not do this then? Can we do this then? Because I think the IDs are not matching. Because, okay, let's go to the collision checker. It is breaking somewhere. Collectible loot is a new collectible. Have we made an error? Bracket. Why is this here? Okay. Something is wrong. it plays this. It is not being made into like a item per se. What is this? Oh, I entered. Too bad I didn't commit in between, so I could see what I did wrong. But whatever this is, I'm just gonna comment all of this out and try from scratch. Right. Is any of the behavior fixed in terms of this? The enemy is deleting. So let's add back the collectible. This item. Let's just add the 0 here. We're back there. Create the item. Play the sound. Oh, wait. Yes. Something is wrong here. Can we not play the sound? Load, sprite, create item. We can't. The sound was the problem. Is it looking for the sound and it's looking for too long? And so it's not finding it? It's not even in the resources. Of course, for some reason, it doesn't take the resources automatically. And that's frustrating, so I have to copy and paste them into the end directory myself. But let's try it with the old structure, with just the play commented out. Hey. Huh? Okay, so it can play the sound effects for the different items. The items work, the enemy die. Just not for the dropping. Oh yeah, we're making it manual. This item. Item result. Has it really been lucky for so many times? Or is the life one too much now? Okay. I wanna see this again with different items. Okay, this is behaving weirdly. What about... Oh! It's behaving weirdly because it's not finding the sound effect. God damn. Okay. Let's take the sound effects there. Assets. Binary. Debug. Assets. Oh, we already have error in here. Okay then. Heck yeah. That was help. That was ammo. And we have seen what the life one sounds like. I think that's the job done for today. Of course the system needs more polishing and updating, but I guess for now this works fine. We finally have item pickups. It already feels like a real game. Well, the physics are still janky, but yeah. Oh, I mean... Okay. And that's a one-up. Although because they are being spawned at like enemy height and the enemies are mostly on the ground, I think I want to give them like a little upward bip. So when they are being made, they are getting like a kick. Can we just do like a add velocity thing? Create item, drop the items, add loot, and give it like a loot sprite. Advanced left, add force. How do we add upward force? Is add force my method? It is. What does the up key do actually? Because up key is like a hovering thing, but I think we can reuse that here. Up. Key. If up. Up has no animation currently. But what is up doing? Up has no animation, but what is it doing? Up falls, up falls. Up and left true, up and right true. Apply impulse. We want this. Because this looks fine. Oh, load sprite. Sprite. Okay. That's awesome. Oh, it even bounces back on the surfaces. Nice. Yeah, because it's... Oh, I guess it's because it's box 2D. Okay. I like it, Picasso. Okay, there are definitely too many one-ups in the game now. It's like Super Mario. Yeah, I'm gonna be redesigning some of these levels, but not right now. Come on, where are the enemies? I think it's just wanna play my... Un momento. Could make it like an art sim where I just draw pixel graphics. Would be fun. And we make a rectangle body for box 2D. Maybe that'll help me fix the player sprite size issues. Same thing for the items. Well, not the same thing, but kind of. What I want to do is like, the player is actually supposed to be like a tall rectangle, not a box. Right now the player is a box. So the player also needs like eye inputs, and eye inputs are things that look at which directions from the player have walls. I don't know the real names of these things, but I'm just calling them what I think they can be called. But the reason why I need them is to eliminate the wall sticking. If it is stuck on wall, it should just fall and be thinner. That would actually make the game much more playable than it is currently. Because I don't know how I came up with this box. The player constructor probably has something that defines it better, like scale. That way I can have like that sound effect also when you just like bump into the ceiling. And thank you for watching. I can make the final commit. Have we made any commits? No, none. Oh wait, we did do some commits, but I guess this functionality just took one stream and that's it, I guess. Yeah, okay. Item dropping finished. Yes. I guess we can merge this back into the main, because when we need more items we can just expand the system later. Guess we can just merge it back into the main now, I guess. Master, your code is done. Master has given Dobby pushes and Git notifications. Anyway, branch, merge into current item. Yeah, 3 commits, that's all it took. A lot of thought, but 3 commits. And with that, thank you for watching. I will see you again next week. Next week's schedule will be posted on Monday. There are no streams on Monday. Monday is busy day. Bye bye.